Welcome back to I Accidentally Married a Filipina. Seeing Lilette across the road at the airport was an overwhelming feel of relief that she was there and a feeling of now I will really have to see if these feelings of love are real or if they are a figment of the internet. I begin walking quickly to her once I'm sure it is her, and her little legs get up to speed as she brushes by the armed security guard who tries to stop her, but she points aggressively in my direction and he lets her pass. She runs to me as if she is powered by love and an idea that if she could hug me, I am hers forever. We awkwardly hug right there in the middle of the street. Understand, we have never touched each other before. We have no idea if her arms are going high and mine are going low or some other combination. We both are not public display of affection type people, but we waited so long for this moment that it felt like I fell down into a giant pillow made of cute puppies. It was an unbelievable feeling to have this moment after so long and to test the chemistry between us. I could tell she felt the same way, but I also saw some embarrassment in her eyes as she is very conservative and hugging a white Americano at the airport in front of 200 people was not on her traditional Filipina list of good behavior. So I grab her hand and walk towards the dimly lit parking lot following our driver. And as we got away from the mass of spectators, I pull her mask down, put my hands on her cheek, and kiss her quickly on the lips. She was a little taken aback, but seemed happy that I got that out of the way. The driver loaded my bags and opened our door, and we sat very closely together in the back seat, as if I let go of her hand, I would wake back up in the United States from another dream of meeting the object of my desire. Things were a little different in person, and I broached the subject by asking if she thought I was the same in person. She said that I was more guapo in person and tall. I am 5'8", so relatively speaking, I am tall. I followed that up with, she too is different in person. I declared, you are not 4 feet 11 inches tall. You are shorter. She protested, but I continued with, and you're brown. She said phones in the Philippines automatically come with a filter to make you look white because that is a prized quality there. Not to me. I liked that she was petite and brown. I also liked that she was much more shy and soft-spoken in person. Honestly, from the video chats to in person so far have exceeded my expectations. We make awkward small talk as we travel back through Manila. Even at midnight, the traffic is horrendous, but looking at a major metropolis in a new city at night is equally intriguing to me. I asked the driver to find me an ATM so I can get some local currency for any stops we make on the way until I can get to the money changer tomorrow. We get back on the road, and although it is only about a 30-mile drive to our house, we settle in for a 2-hour ride because of the aforementioned traffic. We continue our small talk, and Lilette is so nervous she has forgot some of her English, so I have to listen carefully. About an hour into the ride, the adrenaline starts to wear off, and I am bushed from the 25 hours of traveling and waiting. And right now in America, it's 11 a.m. and not 1 a.m. in the morning as it is here. I guess I will get to see if jet lag is a real thing. And I tell her she too is coming down from the excitement as she leans her head on my shoulder and begins to nod off. This makes me feel calm and happy because I feel as though she is happy and trusts me enough to drop her guard. I am too enthralled in watching Manila pass through the windshield to worry about Lilette sleeping versus making more awkward small talk. So I continue taking in the sights, but as we get closer to her barangay, there's a definite changing of scenery, and I hope that I am prepared for what I am about to see.
It's time for me to go the airport to pick him up. My heart beats so fast, my legs are shaking, my hands is so cold. I can't really say a words because of nervousness. This is the first time that I felt this. I can't really control my feelings. When I arrived at the airport and stepped down, I started looking for Rob. I find difficulty looking for Rob. There was too many foreigners in the arrival area coming inside and outside, some are standing and some are walking. Very difficult to identify a person because everybody are wearing a face mask. I can't go to the front for the waiting area because it's too crowded and I'm small. It's about 30 minutes searching him from across the street, but still can't find him. Where he is? Why I can't find him? Maybe someone picked him up or he already met another woman or he lied to me or he is scammer Americano. Bad Americano, he is. When I got a chance to go the front, I saw a man standing alone wearing his mask between bay 8 and 9. I remember his bag, it's color blue. I was thinking it's Rob. Before I waved, I breathed deeply because here it is, I can be with him. When I waved my hands, he walked faster and hugged me in street. Rob hugged me so close in a crowded area, but that time I don't care to anybody. I think that time I forgot the real Lilith. I became liberated woman for a while. I forgot being conservative Filipina Lilith. I feel I'm in the clouds of happiness. My heart was full of happiness. I'm speechless seeing him. I thought it's an imagination. So, I hold his hands again to make sure he's not disappear or melt like an ice cream. But no, it's true, he does not disappear nor melted. I don't know what to say, but I keep fighting my nervousness. I need to talk to him or say something. I remember, my first question to Rob is, how was your trip? He told me, I was so tired, it's a long trip, 24 hours just seeing you. And I said, and smiled, yes, it's true, just to meet your Filipina girl. I never forget he told me, I'm Mabeho now. I just said, well, that's okay. As we get inside the car, I still holds his hands just to be sure he's true not to be gone. I tried to kiss his hands also. I felt so nervous and happy that finally, after talking online because of pandemic, I meet him personally and I'm not going to use my phone to call him. I can talk to him now unlimitedly because we are together now.
The further we get out of Manila proper, I notice that the big buildings and the clean sidewalks are changing to the opposite. There is less light on the roads, and the houses have turned into unfinished concrete boxes with tin roofs or old vinyl billboard tarps draped over the roof to keep out the rain. There seem to be more and more trash discarded on the side of the road and the sidewalk. I am not a fancy man by any means, but I was getting a little concerned. We take our final turn into her barangay, and we are stopped by an armed guard at a checkpoint, and he checked the driver's credentials and waved us on. As we pull up to Lilette's house, I notice what could be best described as mini brownstones like you would see in Philadelphia, all in a row, all connected for about 100 yards, about 15 feet wide, and again, all concrete block and tin roof. The street in her neighborhood looked pretty well clean, and most people had a lot of potted plants on either side of their stoop. Nothing was really wrong, it was just so different from my experiences, which intrigued me, because I'm always trying to get out of my routine and have a different experience wherever I go, and I'm about to get a big one. It is probably about 1 a.m. and her family is all asleep, so we were being quiet, and I used the CR to freshen up and then called my daughter to tell her I was at Lilette's house and I still had my kidneys. We went up some very steep and narrow stairs to the upstairs. There are 2 bedrooms upstairs, each about 8 feet by 8 feet. Lilette says I will sleep in her room, and her mom, her sister, her nephew, and Lilette will all sleep in the other room. I protested because I hate to put anyone out. They would be packed into the other room while I get the comfort of my own bed. Lilette would not hear my protest. Her culture dictated that the guest gets the best, and I was the guest. I felt super guilty, but I had done my homework, and I knew once culture was mentioned, it is best for the foreigner to shut up. With that out of the way, we talked a little, and Lilette massaged my hands. It was delightful. Massage is taken very seriously there as a therapeutic device. I took my shoes and socks off, and that long flight had made my ankles swell up with water. Lilette would have none of that and demanded to massage my feet and my back. I was in heaven. I was feeling better already. She turned on the air conditioner, kissed me goodnight, and went to her sister's crowded room to sleep. I updated my social medias for a little bit as there were some people who were interested in my day-to-day happenings in the Philippines, and then I pulled up my little blanket and passed smooth out. I was going to need a good night's sleep as tomorrow's family meeting was not going to go the way I expected.
As we reached the house, my family was already asleep. Before he sleep, he cleaned up his body to be fresh and called his daughter just to inform he arrived safely. But I need to massage his back and foot because he was swelling, to make him relax while he's sleeping. But I'm not a professional massage therapist but trying harder. While I massaged him, he is so white Americano. This is what I want, white Americano. White always catches in my eye. Guapo, I think. Before that, I asked him if he was hungry. He said no. I said, you need to take rest, I know you're tired. Just feel at home. If you need something, just let me know. I go to sleeping at another room, and before I close my eyes, I ask God, is this true? Maybe tomorrow, when I woke up, he's gone already. Maybe this all a dream. I can't believe he's here already. My family was asleep. I get up and tried to open slowly Rob's door in his room to check if he was not gone. He was still there lying in the bed. So I thank God and I go back and sleep because this will be the first time in my life that I wake early to make coffee and make comfortable a man who I want to propose me, so he must see me being good wife.